Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. This is Dylan with Tucson Future Classics, and that is our 2009 198,000 mile C6 Corvette. That's right, I said almost 200,000 miles on this Corvette, and you cannot tell by looking at it. I mean, this car is the perfect example of the old adage of, with maintenance, miles don't matter. Speaking of maintenance, this thing has had two owners. It's a lifetime California car, and if you look at its Carfax, check out the maintenance history. It's pretty spectacular. It's just regularly scheduled service after regularly scheduled service after regularly scheduled service. As the miles racked up, so did the services. It was definitely kept up on. And I mean, with a 6.2 liter LS3 up front, that 6L80 automatic in the middle with paddle shifters, and the 273 performance rear axle that this one has, it is a great highway car with a whole lot of punch when you want it to. I mean, these things are pretty notorious for averaging almost 30 miles a gallon at like 80. So it's no wonder that this thing just became a freeway flyer. And you know, because of that, and to keep up its history of being so well maintained, we did some periodic maintenance on this thing too before getting ready to pass it on to one of you. Like, we've learned from our other C6s that the harmonic balancers on these are a pretty common pain point. Couldn't verify that it had been replaced, so we went ahead and did that. While we were up under there, we noticed there's a small oil leak, so we took care of the valve covers and grommets. We also did the oil pan gasket, which meant we had to take the timing cover off. Well, when we took that timing cover off, we discovered the factory timing gear from '09. Still in there, never been touched. So we did new timing chain, guides, and sprockets. We also did a new thermostat while we were up under there. Water pump was fine, bearing felt great, so we left that one be. But the tie rod ends were a little bit perished, so we did them. It's got a brand new radiator up front too. It is absolutely ready to rip, and after almost 200,000 miles of dutiful service, we wanted to make sure it was ready for a couple 100,000 more. But that's enough walking around the outside of this thing. Let's get up under the hood in the car and go for a rip. Before I even get up under the engine bay, I want to point something out to you all. Tires. If you look at cars a lot, you learn to read tires and judge cars by their tires. These are Michelin Pilot Sport All-Season 4s. The PSAS4 is a fantastic tire, but it's not particularly readily available unless you go to really good tire shops, and it's not cheap. So that shows that even in the tail end of this thing's life with its previous owner, they were still putting good money into keeping this as nice as possible. Plus, those tires have great grip and they last for friggin' ever out on the highway. So they definitely knew what they were doing. But anyway, up under the engine bay, big old LS3 right front and center. You've got your brake fluid reservoir here, washer fluid there, coolant expansion tank here with a new pressure cap. As you can see here, this has got all fresh belts and belt tensioners, because when we did the harmonic balancer, we just said, yeah, we'll do the entire serpentine system on it. Why not? Got your power steering reservoir there. Fresh rad hoses and that shiny new radiator hiding up underneath there. Moving around to the other side, you'll see it's super clean, straightforward, and really indicative of this thing's life and maintenance history, because this does not look like a 200,000 mile engine bay, I'll tell you that. So oil fill, oil check, fuses, and then your battery there. But I mean, just drink this thing in real quick. I'll keep panning you around, but it's really, really good under here. Climbing in to do the roof. Release, release, and if you pan straight up, hit that one releases as well. So you got three, one central rear catch and two front catches. Before I fill the trunk up with roof, I want to show you just how much space you got back here and how clean this thing really is. So this is a sun guard. Has little bungees, it can come off, you can put it away. I still like to leave it down, keeps everything freshy fresh here down below. So these are your mounting points for the roof there, and you've got these little pins here and here that it locks into. I'll show you that in a minute. But carpet, super duper nice. You've got your fuel door emergency release and your driver's door emergency release here because it has electronic door poppers. And the only other thing of note is you've got these super deep cubbies, one in each corner, one over here and one over here out back. And that thing I keep moving out of the way and messing around with to make my shots, well, that's still the factory grocery net to keep things from rolling around. Like I said, really remarkably clean back here. Getting back to it, I just have the roof sitting here so I can show you. This piece here and this piece here, they go there and there. So they slot right into place pretty easy. And then that pin there goes there, that pin there goes there. So down, thumb out of the way, and clicks into place and locks itself down. Now here's the cool thing. I'm gonna tuck this forward, keep that nice and out of sight, shut that, and take you back inside because I want you to peep this. So, hood fills up that space pretty good, or the roof rather, but underneath it, you still got a bunch of storage space up under there. It's a really big and pretty well thought out area in the rear of this car. I'm gonna pop the roof back on. The easiest way is you lift the rear to pop it out of those pins, and when you place it up top, I just have it sat here to show you, but these sit just out. So if you slide the roof forward and tip it up, those pins here slide right into the back and it just falls down and in perfectly. Once those rear pins are nested in their place, goes right down. And then all you do, clip that, and remember to lock these two in, and you're back in a coupe. So up here in the cabin of the Corvette, climbing into the pilot's seat. See a little Corvette animation when it starts up. It's pretty cool. The LCD display here doesn't play great with the refresh rate on my camera, so it does get a little flickery, so please excuse that. It is my phone, not the car. Down here on the driver's door though, power windows, power mirrors, power door locks. These doors are all electronically popping. So you push that button and out she comes. There is a mechanical override down here in case you need it, and that's true for driver and passenger. Up here you've got your fuel door release and your hatch popper, dimmer for the gauge cluster, and then the GM multi-stalk. This is, headlights, turn signals, and your cruise control right here all in one. Moving on to that center gauge cluster though, pretty simple, really good instrumentation on it, lots of analog gauges, but if you need a little bit more, this panel here controls that center screen. So I'll show you. The top one will go through range, trip, and fuel economy numbers. The middle goes through all of the vehicle's additional gauges showing like real-time oil pressures and temperatures, which is pretty darn cool. The middle one runs through your trip, so it'll cycle the odometer. Now you see just shy of 198,000 miles on this. 2 trip odometers, a timer, all sorts of good nerdy stuff. And then options, you can dial in personal options on a key-by-key basis, even like setting beeps, timers for the headlights to stay on, seat positions, all of it. It's pretty darn cool. But moving down to the wheel itself, super simple. Bluetooth audio controls here, radio controls here, and up on top there are the 2 paddles. Now these don't quite work like every other paddle. Pull them back on either side will shift you down a gear. So if you need to go 3, 2, 1, is just pull, pull, pull. Pushing up on either one will go up a gear. So if you need to go 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, doesn't matter. They both do the same thing. This is also a tilt and telescope wheel, which is nice because you can really dial in your seating position in this thing. And over here in the center stack, you have good old GM high-end Delco radio. Now this is right before touchscreens and smart stuff, but it has all the options that you would expect. AM, FM, Sirius XM radio, and it's got your auxiliary line in there, which is pretty nice. And in case you don't believe me, if I hit band, 2 FMs, AM, XM1 and XM2. And if you plug into auxiliary line in, it'll do that too. So just super simple. And down below it are your automatic climate controls. Move this out of the way for a second. It has dual mode, so passenger can dial in their own temperatures if they so decide, or you can hit that and synchronize it. Just how hot you want it, how hard you want it, and where you want it. Or just set it to auto and let it figure it out all on its own. Down below that, ashtray, cigarette lighter, 2 cup holders under a little cover here. This is your shifter. Obviously, it's the usual Prindle, but down at the very bottom, you'll see S. S is what kicks it into its sport mode, which allows you to then use the paddles and do some gear pre-selecting. And like now I'm stationary, it'll lock out me trying to shift above third because it obviously can't do that. So pretty cool and really fun when you're ripping on it. One other fun thing right here, the burnout button. It's traction control, but it does something else. If you hit it once, traction system off. If you hit it a second time, it goes into competitive driving mode, which is where instead of it cutting the throttle, it more aggressively uses the ABS braking to help this thing handle better, stay more stable, and turn faster lap times, which is really, really cool. Down here in the glove box, you've got all of your books, and in the photos, you'll even see the original OnStar Welcome CD is in there. But perforated leather seats all the way through, and up here in the middle, just a little center console, great for like hiding a phone to keep it out of the sun, with another cigarette lighter charge port there. Other than that, super simple cabin. Let's go have some fun. Roof off, going down through the parking lot. I'm gonna shut my mouth so you can open your ears and just take a listen to this thing. Listen how few squeaks and rattles and how little noise this makes for being a nearly 200,000 mile car. It's pretty remarkable. And even if I just decide to be a little bit of a hoon. Yeah. It is real good. Out here on the main road. Roof off. Windows open. Not a ton of wind noise in here. And even, as it accelerated past like 45 miles an hour. Before we get up to really high-speed stuff, I will put the roof on and shut the windows. But even like over that really rough transition there, you heard, suspension soaked it up, didn't bottom out, chassis didn't squeak or rattle too much. Open frontage road, we'll do a quick 0 to 50 to 0, showing the suspension under full accelerative and decelerative load. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, it's real good. All right, let's go get on the interstate, shall we? Oh, look at that, highway speeds. So, this thing moves when you ask it to. But now we're getting on the interstate. Show you just how good this thing cruises when you're not asking it to really move. Set my cruise control real quick. Bump it up to 70 just to keep everything going nicely with everybody else here. And yeah, 70 mile an hour cruise here on the highway. Got my climate control set to 70 on auto, so this is rocking right along. And showing an instant fuel economy of 31 mpg. I mean, this LS3 is barely working. 1600 RPM, 70 miles an hour. It doesn't even know it's pushing this car around. Which again, these things make such good road trip cars. And yeah, I mean, just listen. This is over some really kind of nasty concrete interstate here in Tucson. So, imagine how good this would sound over fresh pavement. One last drive to show you all kind of the worst case scenario for interior noise in this. Really rough, broken municipal roads. Roof is on. Windows are open. I'll shut them here in a second to show you. But one thing to bear in mind with these is right here on your A-pillar where it meets the roof. These have a thing called cowl shake, or they can, where you'll see these two moving different from each other, or the dashboard and the hood moving kind of different from each other. But watch as this thing goes over this really broken up pavement. It is still really, really tight. The body and the chassis aren't really, playing different tunes from each other. And even windows up right here, but I'm gonna go over manhole cover. Not bad. Even a speed bump, a little too quick. It's good. Yeah, it is definitely a solid car. Well, unfortunately for me, we're back at our yard to wrap everything up on our high mileage hero, Corvette. If you've had half as much fun watching this video as I did making it, and you want to see and learn more about this car, please go to our website, TucsonFutureClassics.com. There you will find the full listing on this vehicle, including a suite of photos, the Carfax vehicle history report, and a written description. Now, I do have to ask, we are an appointment-only dealership. We're a crew of about 4 people, so making an appointment is crucial to ensuring that we can make the best introduction of the car to you. Now, when you're ready to get in touch with us, call us, text us, email us, info@Tucson Future Classics, hit us up on Facebook Messenger, or slide into our Instagram DMs. Just give us a heads up to let you know you're coming down. Now, hopefully I've been able to tell you everything you could ever want or need to know about this Corvette to make an informed decision on it. And if I have done that, well, I've been Dylan. We'll see you soon.